When I was a kid, one of my first pets was a hamster. And I used to love to watch the hamster because he didn't like me and he bit me, so I wasn't playing with him. But I would watch him in his wheel, and he would go so fast in his wheel, the momentum would grow so fast that we'd actually start just falling throughout the whole thing. It was quite messy. And looking at that, I thought about how we often do this within our own mind. Our mind spins, our mental consciousness spins, and sometimes takes over to where we're just beat up by our memories, beat up by our mind, beat up by this energy of doing. So, growing up, I thought, how do I work with this? Because I don't want to be like my hamster. You know, he didn't look like he was having fun. What I've learned through time is that we have multiple layers of consciousness. Mental consciousness is what tends to be most prized in our society, but we also have taste consciousness, hearing consciousness, smell consciousness, and touch consciousness. And these are all very relevant dimensions of mind. Now, what do we do is dependent on us, where we lack, but it's about creating harmony within. So when we're in our mental consciousness, we're often just throwing different images and memories and things like that, and really focusing on how do I become? How do I become? And that's okay. But if you find that this kind of momentum is destroying your peace, it's destroying your happiness, hurting your relationships, it becomes really helpful to start to move into some self-soothing, which is not going to be so much connected with the mind, the mental consciousness, but more with connecting to things that feel good touch. You know, might be going for a massage or getting a weighted blanket or wearing comfortable clothes that create a level of soothing, taking a hot bath, those kind of things. When it comes to our ear consciousness, what we want to look at is what are the sounds, and this could not be just music. It could be like I like to listen to rain, so I can just pop on a YouTube and listen to rain or waves. But finding these sounds that create soothing for us. Now, when it comes to taste consciousness, eating the things that we really enjoy, and I would add a different dimension to that. So a few months ago, I was at my family's house, and my mom made this, I think it was like cornbread and chili. And, you know, it's fine. It wasn't anything like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. But when I sat and ate it, it brought this sense of happiness as I started to remember my childhood, because that's what we ate at different occasions. And there was this level of peace that came over me. So things we eat, the taste, can actually be portals into a dimension of self-soothing. Now, finally, with vision, it's starting to move our attention first to the present moment. So when you feel really activated, try to just notice what's in the room. Count the tiles on the wall. Look at the colors around you. That can help bring you back to now. And then to add to that, you can make sure that you surround yourself with beautiful things, even if you can't go there. Like I have pictures of places, some that I've never been, but they represent this beauty and this peace for me. And so looking at those things can be really helpful. And ultimately, when you ground the body back into its senses, you're able to work better with that mental consciousness, which in some ways is like a time traveler. It's fourth dimensional in quantum physics, where you go from the past to the future, the past to the future, and you're activated in that. So in this sense, you actually are time traveling. You're not going to pop up in the future, pop up in the past, but you're doing that with your mind. And so we really need to learn how to calm that so that we can use it effectively. Mental consciousness is very helpful, but out of control, it can be very damaging.